Welcome to everybody. Today we will start a new chapter, capacitor. In our daily life, we need to store electrical energy. We cannot create or destroy energy, only we can transfer it one form to another form. Such a way we can store energy inside a conductor. In a battery, the chemical energy is stored and it can convert into electrical energy. There are variety of uses of capacitor. The capacitor is used in electric fan, in lights, in so many electrical equipment and the water pump. So when we switch on the fan directly connected to the supply, then it not rotate because at the beginning it required more current to rotate the fan. Supply current is not enough to rotate. When we connect a capacitor with the fan, then it provides more current to the fan and the fan start rotate. So we can define capacitor as capacitor is a device in which we can store charge as electrical energy. We consider here is an isolated conductor. It is isolated conductor and we giving the charge it. Suppose we give it positive charge, then the charge on the conductor will increase and all the charge will reside outside of the conductor, and due to the repulsion between the charge, they feel a force outward direction. As the charge is reside outside, then when the charge is increased, then its potential increases, Q increase, then V increase. When V increase, then E also, electric field also increase, because the relation between electric field and potential is equals to dV by dr. So V increase, it means electric field also increase. When the charge is present outside of a conductor, then it make electric field. So V increase, it means E increase. Now when we add more charge on it, its potential increase, and finally a situation is come when we giving the charge more and more, a situation is come when it not able to hold charge more. It cannot able to hold more charge. It leaks the charge to the surrounding and it ionize the surrounding air. When we giving the charge more, then the electrostatic repulsion between the charge present outside of the conductor and the new charge coming into it, the repulsion force is increases, number one. And second reason is when its charge increases, its potential increases as well as its electric field increases. Electric field increases means its force of attraction increases. in the air particle, suppose it is the air particle, then when the electric field increases, then it able to attract a negative charge from the air particle and neutralized. We give it more charge, it able to attract negative charge from the air more and more. So at a certain situation, when we giving more charge, then we will see that its charge not increases because it attract negative charge from the air. Then the air is positively charged. It is called ionization. So when we give more charge on the conductor, it ionized the air. So we not be able to add fresh charge due to very strong repulsion between received charge and the charge present in the body. Received charge which we giving it and the charge present into the body, between them the force of repulsion is increases, so the charge is not increase, it ionize the surrounding air. Till now we understood that we cannot store infinite amount of the charge on an isolated conductor. So question is, how much charge can be added to the body and what is the capacity of the body? If we not store infinite amount of the charge on the body, so it has a capacity to holding the charge. So what is the capacity of the body and how much charge can be added to the body? The question can be arises. If a charge Q puts on a insulated conductor, increases its potential by V. If we giving charge, then its potential also increases. If we double the charge, then potential also doubled. So we can write Q proportional to V. When we remove the proportional sign, then we have to introduce a constant. So we can write Q equals to a constant C into V. Now C is equals to Q by V. The constant C is nothing but the constant C is called the capacitor. So C is the capacity of the conductor. Now getting the capacity of the C, we can say that the charge which can hold the body is capacity into its potential. Q is equals to CV. So now what is its unit? Its unit is capacitor. SI unit is farad, and 1 farad is equals to C is the farad, so 1 coulomb by 1 volt. 1 coulomb by 1 volt. Okay, it is a dimensional quantity, so its dimension is capacitance C is equals to dimension of Q by dimension of V is equals to dimension of Q divided by, we know that potential is equals to work done by charge is equals to Q square by W, work done, is equals to Q square by work means force into displacement is equals to q square q is equals to at current into time. So it will be a square t square force m l t to the power minus 2 distance l is equals to m inverse l to the power minus 2 t to the power 4 square. So it is the dimension of capacitor. If we consider a spherical body, it is a spherical body and the charge is given to the body is q. If the radius of the body is r, then its potential at the surface V is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q by r. So now if we wish to find out the capacitance of the spherical body, then we choose a reference frame in which reference we calculate the capacitance of that body. Then we choose the reference frame as a earth. So earth is the zero potential. If we connect wire this body to the earth, then current is flow through the wire. Then we can say that the capacitance between this body and the earth is C. C is equals to Q by V is equals to Q by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R is equals to 4 pi epsilon naught R. So it is the capacitance of spherical body. Earth is the sphere, so the capacitance of the earth is also expressed by the same expression. C is equals to 4 pi epsilon naught R. Okay.